Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for North Dakota Today. A snow day for a lot of people, so we're shaking things up once again. Really, Mother Nature is shaking things up. Chris, I'm sorry you had to come in today.
I know, right? I thought for sure just a little dusty. West Fargo had a snow day, I guess.
I know. My kids are sleeping
How
right now.
happy are they?
Isabella's just school. And,
in school.
And we wanted to bring Lisa Green in once again, too, because we have been talking about this all week.
We have been.
And then yesterday was a rough day. It's not over yet.
No, in fact, it's going to get worse before it gets better. So I know we've been talking about it a lot. It's been a very slow event to develop, and it's going to be slow to move out too. So we're going to be feeling the impacts of this for a while. And some of us already raking in a foot of snow in Jamestown.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's why we have all of those alerts and advisories out there right now. And there's more falling at the moment too.
It's rough out there, and we're going to get to your forecast for what people can expect in a minute. But we do have, team coverage really all across this storm area. And Courtney Lockey was up in the Devil's Lake area last night, and then they had to stay up there. And Michael Downs, our photographer, got up, and this is a live look. Thank you so much, Michael, for standing outside in this. And look at that.
Wow.
Because I feel like right now when we look out the window in Fargo, it looks mostly just dreary and wet. But this is actual live look in Devil's Lake right now. Look at it's a struggle for cars to get through the snow. That's not really that far away either. I mean, in the sense, we're going to check in with, Abby Furchner and, like Tower City, obviously closer. But so I know I was watching last night as well, and I don't know that you've used this word, but I heard Hutch using the word ridiculous. Is that a meteorological term?
Sure.
For when you're getting the...
Today it is. I mean, we don't often see events like this, and it's kind of hard to keep in mind, too, where we're in Fargo and Grand Forks. We're not going to see what they're dealing with in Devil's Lake right now. We'll still get heavy snow, but they're talking snow in feet for them, and they've had quite a bit already. You can see whiteout conditions happening there already, and that's what makes it so ridiculous is the amount of snow we're dealing with for part of this system, and we're looking at, 1-2 feet of snow, and the winds are starting to pick up, as you see there, with that heavy snow falling. And that combination, I mean, we haven't seen something like this in a while. So it is going to be really tough. And I just say stay home. If you're in eastern North Dakota today especially, just stay home. And it's going to get worse for Minnesota, too, coming up here.
The no travel advisory expanded, in just like across most of eastern North Dakota. This morning you started just in the northeast part, and then all over the place. Really, you shouldn't be driving.
No. I mean, we're serious about this. I know it seems like okay if you're in Minnesota, some areas where we haven't seen some snow yet, and it isn't so bad there right now. It will get worse. It's out west. So if you were thinking about heading west and it's fine where you are, just don't. Stay where you are. It really is tough. We're going to see some big drifts, with 1 to 2, maybe even 3 feet of snow. Drifts could be up to 10 feet with this one once that wind whips it around. So, I mean, it is a big event.
And we are getting video and pictures from people. We appreciate that. You can go to our Valley News Live website and share those. This is exactly what Lisa was talking about. This video was taken by one of our viewers, Cole, the road conditions when he was trying to drive between Carrington and New Rockford. So, and I feel like, and it's still very windy out there. So that's the wind part of this is really making it dangerous to be on the roads.
And it does get worse at night, that visibility with these snow events. It's even worse at night and then obviously when it's dark out. So today, it's going to be tough, but even as we get into tonight, it's going to be even more difficult to be driving out in this. And that's before the winds even pick up even more. So again, I can't stress this enough how important it is just to stay put. And in some cases, you might not be able to leave your driveway anyway because of the heavy snowfall you're going to have there. And already do.
One more person we want to check in with, Abby Furchner, was out for us this morning to get a check of the conditions in western Cass County.
Good morning. We're out here in Tower City where the wind has definitely become stronger and more of a factor in this snowstorm, and we are just getting pelted right now by the snow. It went from being that big snowflake, that slushy soft snow, to being that pellet-like form. When it hits your face, it definitely leaves a burn, it leaves a sting. And I want to show you the road behind me. This is going off onto the exits of I-94 West and East, but as you can see, it is completely covered with snow. We have seen plows go by a couple times trying to scrape off as much as they can, but what we're standing on is a lot like what is on the highway. As you can see, it is like that snow that no matter how hard you seem to push and scrape, it just does not want to come off. It's causing very icy conditions here in Tower City, and we've seen semis behind us here. There are a handful of them just waiting to get the okay to hit that highway once again. But they are just waiting until this starts to clear up. But like I said, the wind is going to be the biggest factor in this. So if you are driving today, please be careful, be very, very safe. And it is not good conditions in any way, shape, or form. But like I said, if there's any silver lining in this at all, it is that we have seen plows starting to hit the interstate, trying to get as much snow off as they possibly can. When we were making our way out here, we were only going about 32 miles per hour on the highway, when originally it's like 75. So it is definitely accumulating very quickly on the highway. That snow is sticking and causing a lot of impact. So just be careful as you're traveling today.
That's key. Be careful if you have to be out there. So what can we expect then as the day goes on?
Well, more of what Abby was saying, and that was just down the road to Tower City rather, and we'll see more of that moving into Fargo. It's already done so from time to time, and that will continue eastward from there. Here's a look at our sky cams right now. Fargo, we do have some light snow moving through, bringing down our visibility. We have our own coating of snow on those grassy surfaces and some slick roads and spots. Same thing up in Grand Forks and East Grand Forks. Leeds, one of those areas up in the Devil's Lake Basin where we're in that blizzard warning beginning at 10 o'clock this morning. And in Jamestown, visibility, well, you can't see anything. We've got snow blasting against the camera there, so our visibility's down. So here's the latest radar. You can see the focus still mainly in eastern North Dakota. Over to the east into Minnesota, we've had some moments of snow and some rain and drizzle, and for some of us, we even had a little bit of thunder snow earlier on this morning. Mayville radar site detecting some pretty heavy snow nearby, and then up toward Devil's Lake and Langdon. That's the focus for the heaviest snowfall at this event. And again, you can see those lightning bolts over the hour loop up by Roseau County and Kittson County. And when you see lightning and thunder with a snow event, you know it's a powerful one, and we're definitely experiencing that. Fargo right on the edge of the snow right now, and zooming in, you can see that light snow affecting us right now in Fargo and a good portion of Cass County too. So this is a slow mover. It's going to be slowly churning over the valley. It's going to be with us for a couple more days. That's why I said it's going to get worse before it gets better, even for those areas that have already seen quite a bit of snow, because we're adding to it and the wind is increasing. We've got a gust in Jamestown to 48 right now, and our strongest winds will be in our western viewing area with this system. So here's a look at our visibility down to 0. We've got whiteout conditions in Carrington, less than a mile, all up in that Devil's Lake area, back up to Grand Forks and stretching down into Oaks right now as well. Temperatures right at freezing, so the snow will stick. 32 in Fargo, 31 in Grand Forks. Might get a little bit slushy and sloppy on those roadways because it's a wet snow and the ground's still warm this time of year too. So here's an updated snowfall potential map. I just want to stress this is in addition to what we've seen already. So there are going to be some places that still get the double digits, again into the feet for us in the Devil's Lake area and northeastern North Dakota. Fargo, because we've ended up a little bit more on the dry side of this for the morning hours, that will likely cut into our totals, and we'll probably be on that lower end of that 4 to 10 inch range. North of us, in some of those areas that picked up a little more snow this morning, you're going to get closer to that higher range of snowfall, but some have yet to see any snow, and we're still looking at that over to the east with lesser amounts for you. On top of that, of course, we've been talking about the wind. This is forecast wind gusts for later tonight. They're really going to intensify, and again, it's especially focused in northeastern North Dakota. So just a couple of reminders on road hazards. First of all, don't drive if you don't have to. Visibility is going to drop. We're going to have those big drifts I just talked about. Other areas where the changeover is happening, that slushy, slippery roads that we'll have to put up with. And if you get in trouble on the road, we've got water-filled ditches right now. So that's an increased hazard for us. If you happen to slide off the road, you don't want to end up there. And again, the heavy snow on the trees that still have leaves on them could take down branches, and that could end up in roadways, and also, of course, that caused some power issues again with this system. Good news is, bad news is it sticks around through Saturday. I think travel's going to be just as bad Saturday morning, with gradually the system easing up Saturday night. The good news is what you see in the second half of the 7-day planner, above freezing by a good amount, and that will help to melt that snow next week.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
Focus on next week.
Exactly.
Thank you, Lisa. It's going to be busy still a couple of days for you. Okay, if you want to get your mind off the snow for a little while, we can help you out today. Coming up next, craft fair and craft beer. How perfect is that? We're going to check in with our favorite crafter, Ashley Morgan, next.